Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So I got this article sent to me, and I'm gonna leave it in the description box, and you can click it, read it, and come to your own surmise about it. But it was Andre Ward talking about the heavyweight, possibly going up to heavyweight. He feels as if he has a Roy Jones type of situation um, in him left in his career. You know what I'm saying? I was reading the article, and I've talked about this once before. But the question of Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder came up, and he said not those two guys, and I think he's right, not those two guys, because you remember when Roy Jones went up to heavyweight, he didn't fight Lennox Lewis. You know, it's not like he fought Lennox; he fought John Ruiz for that strap. Still a good win. I remember after the was it the second Montel Griffin fight when they were talking about Evander Holyfield, a possibility of him fighting Holyfield. Then I think around about 2000. 1999, 2000, somewhere around there, they were talking about Roy Jones possibly fighting Mike Tyson. I remember that. Maybe it was like '01. It was somewhere around there. But definitely not Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. I think we're asking, well, some fans will be asking a little bit too much from, well, a lot much from Deontay Wilder, or for him to fight Deontay Wilder and Joshua. Uh, right now, man, let's just, finish out this light heavyweight thing. It was a good fight with Kovalev. Um, some fans thought he lost, some fans thought he won, but the fact is he won the fight. You still got Stevenson, then the better Biev kid. Um, Still a few fights left at light heavyweight. Stevenson, like I said. So, and then at cruiserweight, man, you got Usyk, you got Bellew, you got Marius Briedis. There's still some good guys to fight at cruiserweight. But if he wants to go up to heavyweight and prove himself, man, I mean, it is what it is. He said it has to be the right fight, the right type of fight. So if you look at some of the smaller heavyweights like Povetkin, Stavern, um, there's really not no 6 foot heavyweights really. I mean, you got Amir Mansour, you got some guys, uh, Andrew Ruiz Jr. He said it had to be the right type of fight. So I don't know, man. I think heavyweight's asking a little bit too much. Now, this isn't something that hasn't happened before. Roy Jones, James Toney, Archie Moore, Billy Conn. I mean, we can go way back in history. Ezzard Charles. Some people think Ezzard Charles was at his best at middleweight and light heavyweight. You know what I mean? Michael Spinks, Bob Foster, but you had some mixed results in there. You had some mixed results. It didn't work out too well for Bob Foster when he tried to fight the Frazier and Ali's. He beat some heavyweights, some of the just fringe contender guys, but he couldn't beat the creme de la creme, the very top guys. But again, Roy Jones didn't go up and fight Lennox Lewis. He did beat one of the title holders, though. He did. That's a fact. But he didn't beat Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't expect Ward to go up and do that. Some guys tried it. Like I said, Bob Foster went up and tried to fight the top guys eventually. Frazier and Ali. So Michael Spinks, he beat Larry Holmes, and then he went and fought Mike Tyson. So some guys have tried and they've had mixed results. Um, what I mean? James Toney went up and fight a huge puncher in Samuel Peter. He fought Ruiz. He actually won that fight, Ruiz. Then he got popped. You know what I mean? But does Andre Ward, does he come from that cloth? Yeah, I think he does come from that cloth. I'm not saying he's as great as any of those guys, but does he come from that cloth of fighter where I think his pedigree and his skill and his mentally, yes, I think he does come from that cloth. But like I said, all those guys come from that cloth, mixed results. But I think he's smart by saying that not Deontay Wilder, not Anthony Joshua. I just think that's asking way too much from him, man. On top of there's still things to do at light heavyweight, and if he wanted to make a pit stop at cruiserweight. But again, Roy didn't make a pit stop at cruiserweight. He went right from light heavyweight right up to heavyweight. But again, he wasn't fighting the top guy. So I wouldn't expect Ward to do that. Um, and right now, it's just speculation and talk right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's just let a few years play out, man. I remember Bernard Hopkins said he wanted to do that. And I think Hopkins is from that cloth of those guys I mentioned, Ezra Charles and all those guys. You know what I'm saying? James Toney, I think he's from that same cloth. But some guys can do it, some guys can't. It's just the way it is, man. I think is asking a little bit too much right now. I think it's asking a little bit too much. The punch resistance as heavyweights is